Blind Children's Center. The story of the Blind Children's Center begins in 1936 with a group of women from the Delta Gamma fraternity. United by a mission to advocate for children with visual impairments, the women recognized a critical lack of early education opportunities for young children with vision loss. 2 years later, they founded the Nursery School for Visually Handicapped Children. Known today as the Blind Children's Center, or BCC, it was the first of its kind on the West Coast. It provided not only specialized instruction for preschoolers, but also vital support for families.
Hi, my name is Sarah Orth, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer at the Blind Children's Center in Los Angeles. The Blind Children's Center is a nonprofit here in Los Angeles, and our expertise is working with children from birth to 5 years old who are blind. We were founded in 1938, so we have a long history in Los Angeles and serving this very special population.
By the early 1950s, the school needed a permanent home. They turned to Paul R. Williams, one of the most influential architects in LA's history. As California's first licensed Black architect, Williams brought elegance, purpose, and heart to every project. For the BCC, one of his few school projects, Williams showcased his legendary mid-century modern style. Completed in 1951, the school featured clean lines, open courtyards, and steel casement windows, creating nurturing, warm spaces. For decades, the center thrived within those walls.
This was an architect who could not go into a lot of the buildings he designed. He had to learn to write upside down, so he wouldn't have to sit next to white clients, but he could still be across the table. And so we don't actually know from our archives how Paul Williams got to our team. But the women of that time in the Delta Gammas, their husbands also played a role.
But time took its toll. By 2018, the building needed major rehabilitation to meet modern accessibility standards and the evolving needs of its students. Through a coalition of public agencies and private donors, the Blind Children's Center launched a transformative project, one that honored the past while embracing the future.
There was a lot of thought that went into the materials that was specific to our population. A lot of children who have visual impairments and disabilities are very sensitive to light and sound. There's acoustical paneling that we use throughout the classrooms to help really with sound quality. The flooring was chosen very specifically with padding underneath it to kind of absorb sound, and really thinking about how we could create a very calming and beautiful space for these children and for the staff and for the people who work there every day.
Modernist steel windows were restored, security bars were removed, and original color palettes were incorporated into the restoration. Accessibility improvements were prioritized, including the installation of an elevator, updated handrails, and exterior ramps for a more inclusive space. The outdoor learning areas were redesigned to offer engaging and sensory-rich experiences for students.
I think the interior design, it says so much about a facility. And so we were able to really focus on those colors that were true to the period. Everything from the furniture really wanted to pay tribute to that time. And then the other thing was the rendering that we have from Paul Williams of the exterior is this beautiful Hollywood mint green, like amazing color. So when we were picking the exterior color, that really inspired us, and we really worked to replicate his vision in that design. And in fact, the railing on the balcony in the rendering did not make it to the original project, but we put it on. There's an opportunity for organizations to really think about preservation when they start any kind of a renovation project. If you are located in a building that is directly linked to the mission and the work of your organization, I think you're really doing a disservice if you don't pause and really reflect on how can we make sure we're honoring the history.
Today, the Blind Children's Center stands as a testament to inclusive design, Williams' legacy, and disability advocacy. By embracing its history through preservation, the Blind Children's Center restoration shows us the power of thoughtful design and teaches us how lessons from yesterday can inform progress today.